Hey,
could do that.
look out, it's time to go.
Look up, but
Here
down
it comes,
below.
Banana Slamma, Kongo Bongos.
I don't know
Oh
the words.
my God.
I've only seen it like a handful of times.
It's on Tubi if you ever want to watch it fully.
If it's on Amazon Prime, Merrick could do a watch party. Technically, it's just only people with Prime could watch it.
It's on Tubi, like literally the freest streaming service ever.
We were talking about like watching it on stream. Means like before you came in.
Would we get in trouble?
Well, if it's on Amazon Prime, you could hold a watch party, and then it'd be like under.
Or are you talking about on stream or like off stream?
On stream, but I'm fine with it being off stream too.
Yeah, we were just. Well, because Zig was like, watch him just pull up the entire fucking show and not the game.
Yeah.
I totally do that.
Sorry, Banana Buddy. Bam.
Hey there, Banana Buddy.
I'm in. But yeah.
It's like I'm made of metal. Yeah, no.
I'm a metalhead.
I still cannot believe. I still cannot believe that I made this when we were playing Okami. I made the metalhead Donkey Kong the face of the mask for Amaterasu in that fucking level. But yeah, no, Donkey Kong Country, I've already said it before, is one of my favorite fucking SNES games because it was one I grew up with, and apparently, you know, like growing up you find out that the family darling of the series is the second one, apparently.
Yeah.
And something tells me that I'm not gonna like the second one.
Second one's fine. I just didn't like it as much as the first. I don't know why.
I think I talked about this like the last time we played this. Like, I don't
music-wise, it slaps like hard.
My whole MO for like game series where everybody's like, yeah, the first one's okay, and then like the second one is like everybody's like, oh yeah, the second one's where it's at though. And then and then the third one sucks. It always ends up with me being, I like the first, and I like the first. I don't like the second, but I really like the third. The only exception to that rule is whatchamacallit?
Sly.
No, No, I'm not Jack and Daxter. Ty. You're close.
Oh right.
Yeah, you're close. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. Everybody forgets about Ty until not. Don't help that he actually did get a fourth game, but it was only for like mobile devices and Microsoft enabled. It was a shitty 2D side scroller.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you go from like, you know, I don't even want to say like one of the best mid-tier, like one of the funnest like 3D, one of the most fun or funnest 3D platformers of the PS2 and like Xbox and game, like the PS2, Xbox, and GameCube era, right?
Yeah.
To be just a shitty mobile port, or like,
yeah.
What fucking bet did you have to lose in order for that to be a thing?
They did the same thing to what's his face, Commander Keen.
Oh yeah, right, where he bounces up or whatever.
Yeah, he got like a brand new, I forgot what E3 it was, I think like 2018 or something.
It was 2019 from what I remember.
Oh shit.
Freaking
damn.
Hey. The frogs got off better.
Yeah.
What the fuck were they?
Oh, the Battletoads.
Battletoads, there we go. I couldn't think of the name.
Oh,
Fucking hell.
So, here's the thing with Battletoads remake on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Everybody hates it because the humor is just like kind of, you know, the humor of the 90s, which is like gross out and very cringe at a lot of points.
But that was what
but
the
it's
fucking...
a good game. Yeah, it's still a good
game.
Dude,
it's funny about that though, because it's like...
There's people that I've heard be like, I refuse to play it. I don't care if it's good. I don't want to watch the cutscenes. Skip them. You don't have to watch them.
The whole...
It's a good game.
That's ironic, considering that fucking Battletoads was like a peak 90s thing almost.
Yeah,
in presentation.
Like, motherfuckers need to fucking watch the goddamn, like, pilot for that goddamn cartoon and shit.
There's a surfer version of the Haba Yagela as music in that.
Yes.
It does not sound right. You get to learn the secret origin of the fucking Battletoads. Are you excited for that, Jimmy?
No.
Oh. Well, we put a lot of money into this, and I sure it won't help bankrupt our company, right?
Bankrupt.
If there's any like mutant 4-person character teams that I like from the 90s, that's not the Turtles. It's the fuck were the other ones? Street Sharks.
Oh! All right. Sharks are one of my favorite animals, and my mom. All right. So you know how all right, like this is proof that my mom somewhat gives a shit, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So you know how like there's always like because like the Street Sharks, not gonna lie, is just a fucking shitty, like a somewhat shitty ripoff of the TMNT.
Don't talk shit about the street. Yeah.
I'm not.
No, okay, go.
I'm not gonna fucking, this is not me going like, oh, it's bad. You should.
My critiquing why it's bad. Like.
No, it's just that like, let's face the facts here. It's a ripoff.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Like He-Man and Thundar.
It's going to be okay. Thundar is actually good compared to He-Man from like back when.
The Pearl.
I will give cred to Thundar, but classic He-Man, the best thing about that shit, Skeletor, and you can't change my mind on that. Fucking you really have to. All right, like 2000 He-Man's worse. But anyways, I was saying about as I keep trying to say about Street Sharks, right? So, like, I guess I had, like, that, you grow up with, like, weird-ass VHSs and whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My mom knows I like sharks, so she found a VHS of Street Sharks and got it for me.
Nice.
And I, like, the thing is, like, oh, no, like, no, like, I didn't only ever watch, like, Street Sharks, no, I watched, like, TMNT way before that. And, it never dawned on my head that, oh, yeah, like, these are totally crap.
The same thing.
These are totally a ripoff of the TMNT. There's nothing.
The first episode, they have a clear distinction of why they're not the same as the TMNT.
Oh, we don't like burgers. No, we don't like pizza. We're all about burgers, man.
Yeah. I remember back when, what was it, Kiss Cartoon was still around. Me and my friends were just going through the entire list of it one summer, and we were just like watching random cartoons while they stayed at my house.
I feel like Street Sharks would be on Tubi.
And we were just scrolling through it, and we were like, "Hey, Street Sharks!" And we were watching it, and we got to that part where they're like, "No, we don't like pizza." I was like, "There you go, lawsuit avoided." Done. Call it a day.
It's not that it matters much. They didn't even have. What's up?
They're not on Tubi, but they're on another fucking like something similar to Tubi.
What is it?
Pluto.
Don't you need like a subscription for Pluto?
No.
It's free, but there's like some features that are behind, the paid version.
So
like no ads.
So it was like Tubi. So Tubi does that. Well, I didn't expect to see you today. A crafty croctopus corners his crock of collectibles in coral. Push the free tires to the areas where they will help you find hidden bonus levels. That's all, folks. Cranky says, "Get good."
Yep.
I don't even know what the fuck. Are there hidden collectibles in this game? I don't even know.
Cranky says, "Get good, you fucking scrub."
There we go, Zig. You're now the official voice of Cranky for the stream.
Can I be funky?
Yes.
Sure.
Because his theme song slaps and nobody ever appreciates it.
As long as I get to be Donkey Kong. Fuck.
That's cool.
Yeah, sure.
I got banana Slamma.
Never tell you about the time I was playing, what was it, Smash Ultimate when it first came out with Snoozing Well, and you know how you had to get the spirits from the spirit board or whatever.
Oh
and you
dear
had to,
God!
You had the mini game where you had to like shoot the gun at the spirit. we were trying to get the Diddy Kong spirit, and he was playing as Donkey Kong, and he had the gun pointed at Diddy Kong, and I was just like, sorry, banana buddy, I gotta do this. And he started dying, and he fucking missed the shot, and we had to do the challenge all over again. He's like, you ass! That's all I could think of. Sorry.
Sorry, banana buddy.
Sorry, banana buddy.
I'll even give up my
Gun
Planet
to
of
the
the
head.
Apes collectible trading cards.
Use
You must
Me for land development.
You must give up all that you have.
Tell me what.
damn you. Damn you all to hell.
I still say, like, one of the best bits from the cartoon is the 1,300 was gazillion 275. How many strings does it take to reach the moon or whatever the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what the
Cups of sugar does it take? Or
you know what the actual answer to that question is?
what?
1 string. If it was long enough.
Yeah.
What kind of fucking cop out is that bullshit?
There's a cartoon from my childhood that always reminds me of the Donkey Kong Country cartoon, and for the longest time, I thought I hallucinated it because I saw it in the hospital when I was like under heavy amounts of drugs. And then it turns out many years later, we're talking like 18 plus years later ish, maybe like 15 or whatever. I was on Google and I was like obscure cartoons, like just trying to find something to watch. And I found it, and it was, I think Marek1shtar talked about it before. I can't remember. It was like a bunch of ducks.
Oh, sitting ducks!
Together. Yeah.
Sitting ducks, yeah, because
Sitting
I'm
ducks.
talking about Quack the Ripper or whatever.
Yeah.
The fucking
Was one
cannibal
of them,
duck.
Like, was one of them like friends with a gator and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
like-
Sitting Ducks.
Yeah.
It had a
Yeah, I remember
PS2
that.
game that's like so easy. That like there's like nothing to it.
Remember, I used to have the Incredibles PS2 game.
That game's actually pretty good.
It was good, but I remember not being able to beat it because there's like a part that was too hard.
Oh yeah, here we go.
The music. It
Oh
goes.
shit. Well, you know
The only
what?
reason why. Oh my god, it's actually starting to becoming like the goddamn
Oh man,
two
you
words.
put
New word. Onomatopoeia. Boom, bitch. No, see here. Okay,
is a
everyone
continuing
in
as
chat-
aspiring rapper. Look up A Tribe Called Kong on YouTube. It's made by a friend of the stream. It's really freaking good.
Yeah, and guess who animated? Not animated. Guess who did the fucking
Zig
edited the
edited it.
video for?
Zig edited a
God
music
damn.
video of this. Zig got to edit a
Yeah.
music video of this specific remix. Which I fucking... This is Aquatic Ambiance, right?
Yeah.
I love Aquatic Ambiance. I don't
There you
like...
go. It's in chat. If anybody wants to take a look at it, you're more
I'll
than
put a
welcome.
I'll put a fucking like link in the description of the video.
I never
Yes,
understand how Miyamoto hates the world of country.
Wait, he hates
He's
this
like-
game?
He's like it. He goes, Rare did a good job, but it wasn't to what I wanted it to be. And it's
Well,
like, what the fuck, Miyamoto, make it yourself.
Even I could be like, the intro is a little bit, I guess, if you really want to get like a super critical deep dive.
He just doesn't like the world.
The
He's just
intro,
like, I
the
guess.
intro is like super like, oh, nah, Donkey Kong's cool for the kids now, you know what I mean? But like
Yeah.
that's
This ain't your granddad's Donkey Kong.
exactly
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're not playing fucking and then fucking Mario jumping.
Jumpman, actually.
His name is Jumpman. Get it right, please.
Speaking of Jumpman, Popeye has an announcement on February 2nd, and I hope it's an animated movie that we've been promised, like, for
Didn't they
the
get
past
written?
8 years.
Didn't they get written off as a tax thing?
Popeye? I can't remember.
I could have
don't
sworn. I
know.
could have sworn it was.
He probably did. That's one of my favorite old cartoons.
Yeah.
The
I
question
remember
is, will I
like
remember
this
to
one
say it?
time.
Me down. Lois.
I-
Wait, he's
I
not
remember
Peter.
this one time when I was like fucking 6 or so.
Mm-hmm.
I was like up at like 3 in the morning, and they were doing like the old like Toonheads anthology shit.
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah,
whatnot. And one of them was like fucking Popeye when he was helping out like this kid and shit. And it was just a big like fucking clip show and
He
whatnot.
actually
Yeah.
says bodacious?
Yeah.
Bodacious, bro.
I never noticed that.
Unfortunately, it can only send you to a place you've already been, which is a complete total bummer. Let me tell you. Whoa, dudes, my name's Funky Kong. Funky Kong picks you up from the airport ASMR.
Yeah.
I forgot that he had like the surfboard since the beginning.
Yeah.
This game is so fucking weird. I love it.
You know what's the weirdest like thing they ever did to Funky Kong?
What?
Make him a fucking war criminal in 64.
Oh yeah, right.
They made him like jam jars or whatever.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't like DK 64.
I'm gonna play it this year. I only played the multiplayer when I was a little kid.
Not
I've-
funny.
I think I
Didn't
preferred
laugh.
Tui? We had a friend that had so his grandpa worked at Blockbuster,
Uh-huh.
and he I don't know how he did this to this day, but they were just gonna the 60 not the 64 the GameCube and the PS2 were coming out, and
Yeah.
Oh!
they were like, I feel like I've told you this before, Marek, but I can't remember. The store was like, "Hey, we're just gonna throw away all the N64 games." And his grandpa was like, "Why?" And they're like, "I don't know, company wants us to."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Dude, I'll just take all of them." And they're like, "All right, man." And so he had like all the N64 games. So he let us keep some or just like.
Oh yeah, I think I remember this
have
story.
some- yeah. I'm mad because there was some that we liked that he was like, no, I like that one, and then he would take it and never play it. Like Yoshi's Story was one of them.
Oh.
Banjo Kazooie was one of them, and then he was like, I don't like Tui. You can have Tui. That's why I always thought Tui was the first game, and I was like, oh no, wait.
I always
not.
thought that Spyro 3 was the first game.
Which one? Okay, so I don't like Spyro games only because I had a bad experience with my first Spyro game.
A bad
And-
experience.
Meaning I bought my first Spyro game was like right when Naughty Dog was like, all right, we're done here, and then
It was actually Insomniac, but yeah,
Or
I get
Insomniac.
you.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, Naughty Dog.
Naughty Dog was Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. When Insomniac was like, all right, we're done here, and the series became
Oh,
ass.
you got Dragonfly, didn't you?
Oh.
Yep.
You know what's alright?
I'm so sorry.
You know something?
Yep.
As a kid, when I was playing that, I didn't know what the fuck. I only knew that was Spyro, and then I got one for the PS1, and I thought that was Spyro 3, and I thought that was the first one.
Yep.
So,
Luckily, there's a game series that kept me from selling my PS2 like I did my PS1, or returning it to the store, which was Sly Cooper
That's
and Ratchet and
Sly
Clank, so-
Cooper. Yeah, no. All right. I'm just gonna. I said this before. I'm gonna say it again. I feel all right. I feel as though when I talk about Ratchet and Clank on stream, right? I really hope that people don't think I talk about it with like content, because I love Ratchet and Clank, right? I'm just annoyed that it's the only legacy Sony game.
Like that still exists
Yeah.
next to God of War.
Well, okay, yeah, right. God of War still exists too, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
Like, it's the only legacy Sony game that managed.
Classic platformer, good times had by all sorts.
Yeah. And
Collected on.
I get annoyed. Like I said, I get annoyed easily when people like complain about the series. Like, oh, it's getting stale. It's like it's always been the same since the whatever. It's like if they can still produce a game, I'm still gonna have fucking fun with it because I just love running around. I love the combat enough.
Shoot. There you go.
Yeah, I love the combat enough that I'm willing to like just fucking like go ape shit with this game.
Yeah.
So, I'll put it to you like this, right? My problem with it is that it's become Sony's Halo, where it's just not even like allowed to get a rest, but it's the only legacy game that they got. And if you don't like God of War, okay, whatever, right? But like, there's no other games for you.
Well, that's because their Halo game kind of died in a fiery flame of death.
Yeah. Well, it's like no, but like if you're with Sony and you don't like God of War, it's like okay, good luck.
Yeah.
Like
Killzone always seemed cool, and then they were like, never again. And it's like, no, I wanted to play that.
they got like Sucker Punch content. They got Sucker Punch only making like Infamous, and even then, like that's not a thing anymore.
Yeah,
Really?
Sucker Punch came out and was like, no more Sly, no more Infamous, sorry. And it's like,
No more Sly, no more Infamous. Not even a sequel to Rocket Robot on Wheels.
Wait,
They're-
Sucker Punch did Infamous? I thought that was
Yeah.
Insomniac.
No, that was
was
Sucker
Sucker
Punch. No, you know
Oh.
what Insomniac did?
Oh no, I'm thinking of Resistance. So my bad.
Yeah, no, Resistance is cool though. Like Resistance is really fun. But no. You know what? Insomniac did, right? Too. Sunset Overdrive for Xbox.
I actually love that game.
Yeah, I think it's not that bad.
That game is very fun.
It's not.
The intro's a little slow. It's kind of like, yeah, all right, I get what you want me to do.
It's
like, just hurry up.
It's not bad. It's just annoying.
Yeah, it has that very early 2012, 13.
The awesome apocalypse, and then like
meme stink to it. It's like,
because it's trying too hard to be cool, and then it's trying to be like Ratchet and Clank with like the way the weapons work, right? But I
more
feel
like Left 4 Dead. No, not Left 4 Dead. Like Dead Island, I guess. In a way.
I guess no, but like the way you get weapons though is like okay, so you get a bunch of like cool weird guns, which is awesome, right? But then there's other guns that are just normal, like a machine gun, shotgun, that type of deal.
Yeah.
And it's like so out of like nowhere in comparison to like everything else. It's like, oh okay, like why would I use like I know for like variety's sakes, it's like sort of the same thing with like Ratchet and Clank. But even then, with like the later Ratchet and Clank games, you can like turn like a simple weapon like the blaster or whatever, the equivalent of in that game is called, into like something even more like terrifying as a weapon. Like
Well, there were
later
different,
on
like,
and
perks
whatnot.
and stuff that you had to get to upgrade better and shit,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
No, but like it's like why would you waste some time designing like a gun that's like a very standard gun in comparison like every weapon being like this weird piece of like put together technology.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm on about with that shit.
It's been a while since I played Sunset Overdrive, and then there was gonna be a 2, and then Insomniac was like, no, never mind.
Did it get canceled? I know they had like DLC or whatever for the first one.
Yeah, I think it.
It got
I
canceled
don't-
because I think they threw Insomniac to the Call of Duty mines, if I'm correct. I could be wrong, but
No,
no,
but-
because it's owned by Xbox.
I know they threw Raven. Wait, Insomniac's not
think
owned by Xbox. They made the Ratchet and Clank game recently.
yeah, they're
Oh,
owned
I
by
thought-
Sony.
Ah, I thought they were in the weird thing where they can make up whatever they want on whatever, and Xbox.
They got like I think they got commissioned to make whatchamacallit, no? Did they?
Overwatch or
Well, no,
Sunset
they
Overdrive.
actually made Sunset Overdrive before they got bought out by Sony and whatnot.
Oh, really?
I
Yeah.
see.
I thought they were always with Sony because, you know.
They were all, again. Well, no, not really. Like they were.
They were like rare within Nintendo where it's like, we exist,
Yeah.
but you don't own us. Yeah, okay.
But
Yeah,
they I know
sort
that
of
like
deal.
they exclusively made all their games for Sony, which is kind of funny.
Sony probably
Yeah.
paid them pretty good. That's why.
Until you know, freaking Sunset Overdrive, and then that was
Yeah.
Insomniac's. Oh yeah, wait. You know what? You know what's funny is right. I always talk about like Jack and Daxter and everything like that. Like it should come back and shit
Yeah.
in a sort of similar vein to like the original game.
Mhm.
Well, like a while ago, I think I said this on stream like a long time ago, but I might as well say it again, because why the fuck not? Because I found out what happened to them. Apparently, all the people that used to work at all the people that made fun games at Naughty Dog. Guess
Yeah,
what
they
happened?
fucking left.
Yeah, they left. And you know what? You know what studio they formed?
What?
Big Red Button. The studio that tried to make Sonic Forces. I mean, not Sonic Forces. Sonic Boom.
Oh.
You know what's we have wrapped around the conversation back to Donkey Kong and license acquirements from companies when what was it? When Microsoft bought Rare.
Yeah.
The head of Microsoft, or not Microsoft, Xbox assumed that he automatically got Donkey Kong and and other Nintendo games that they.
But he's a licensed, he's a licensed character.
No.
Maybe that's why they dissolved Rare.
I mean, Rare's still around.
Well, I'm talking about like get rid of like a lot of the staff or whatever.
I don't know. I thought it was just because like.
This is the level I got stuck on.
I think the reason was like the acquisition of Rare by Microsoft was actually kind of a net loss for them. It's almost like they should have remastered Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie, and then we wouldn't have that issue.
I think the people left though beforehand or something like that. It's the reason why It's the reason why apparently we didn't get Conker's other bad fur deck.
Yeah. That's why we got.
Also that, and you know.
Yeah. Oh, no, you're right, Merrick, because they all split up and formed Platonic.
I want to try. I want to try
delivered-
out freaking ukulele because I think I'm gonna like it because a lot of people don't, and it's weird. Not even like out of a contrarian
I
standpoint.
couldn't even finish it. It was too fucking dumb. Like,
But then the other
it's a collectathon and it attempts to have the charm of Banjo, and then it's lost in like, you remember the 90s, kids? And it's like, dude, shut up, please. Like, it's lost in that, and like some of the character banter from Banjo is almost there, but then it's like gets lost mid dialogue. Like the bat will talk shit like Kazooie to other characters, and the other characters just don't care. They're just like, anyway, and they just continue the sentence, and it's like,
I'm not gonna give you the I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction of responding.
Exactly. It's like a little bit of banter, please.
I feel like there would be good banter if the other person said like I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction by responding to that, or something. That sounds funny to me.
That would be funny, but no. Instead, there's like, I remember there was one part where you're talking to like the snake guy, and the bat starts talking shit to him, and then he's just like, anyway, to do this, you press this button. I'm like, what? You're not even gonna acknowledge that? Like, the only banter is between like the head boss and Ukulele, and even then, it's not like good banter. It's not like Grunty and Banjo. It's just like, you suck. No, you suck. You suck.
No, you suck.
Stop.
I honestly feel like Ukulele wouldn't have gotten enough money if it hadn't been for JonTron.
Yeah.
Because a bunch of people, alright, I have to say this right now, right? A bunch of people gave money to that game because JonTron said to, right? And he was gonna be in it. Not because they wanted to play it, no. Because JonTron was gonna be in it.
Ukulele holds the record on Kickstarter for most money earned in 5 minutes. They earned $1 million in 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of dumb. Once again, saying like you should really only kickstart a game if you want to, not because somebody told you to.
Yeah.
I think most of it was like people being like, "Oh, yo, Banjo game, hell yeah!" And then
Yeah, that was basically it.
It was almost that, but not enough.
There was a large majority that did it because JonTron.
Yeah.
And you know, we all know what JonTron. I had this conversation earlier today, which is kind of funny. Once again, weird.
John.
Weird that, you know, we're playing. Weird that happened, and we're playing this today of all things. But I don't know. I guess that's how the world works. because I was talking with Eli earlier because he called me and told me about this thing with the Game Grumps and how they were
okay.
fucking with like Ding Dong and Julian or something.
Oh yeah, this was back when they made like this was like back during like fucking
Dream Daddy or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And we had like this whole conversation, whatever the frick, about I'm gonna get game ended by bees in this cave. What?
Whenever I hear Julian, I just think of the animation of like, I've never really watched Oni plays very much. Except
It's like
when they
Game
made the
Grumps but better.
horrifying-
That's all
when
I
they made
have
the
to say.
horrifying. I don't really like Oni as a person, but
He's not a bad guy. He just makes like fucking like weird ass jokes and shit.
yeah, and he's got a couple of bizarre opinions on BLM and stuff. I remember, but
I don't remember that, but okay.
I can remember him tweeting some weird shit that was like,
At least he's not like Aaron from Game Grumps trying to keep his image squeaky clean.
oh yeah, true.
To try
But,
to appeal to every fuck. Like that's the thing. I can respect Oni for because he's clearly not he's clearly not a fucked up person. But
No.
like he's just got a very interesting sense of humor. I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah, kind of like Hot Diggity Demon.
Oh yeah.
Max or whatever the man's name is. What was the other thing? What was the thing? Oh yeah, the animation where they're like, Julian's messing with Ding Dong, and it's just like,
Yeah.
and Ding Dong starts choking, and Julian starts beating him on the back to like, he's like, I'm trying to save his life, Julian, leave him alone, you're killing him.
What the fuck? You're killing it.
Daddy, Marty.
Oh my god. But yeah, I'm scared. That's funny. It's funny because I actually wanted to talk about that a while. Ago because I couldn't get it off my head. Because I had this realization while out for a walk and hearing something like that and reading the comments of the same video that Eli called me and told me about, right?
Yeah.
And I said, like, I had this, like, weird thing. I'm like, everybody wants their favorite creators to, like, be on their side about something. Rather than letting them have,
Their own like opinion about shit.
Yeah. Like, like, not even, like, their own opinion, but, like, to keep to themselves about, like, what vote they put in the ballot box or whatever the fuck the case and point is with something or other.
Yeah, because honestly, I'm more so like so what, but like
Unless they say, like, some fucked up shit, like, once again.
Yeah.
no, like definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly and whatnot. I'm saying like if.
Hi,
if
I'm
you're, like, a
JonTron.
free
I
show,
hate Italians.
You know what I mean, man.
Yeah. No, I know. But like, it is a whole fucking thing, right? And I was reading, I guess because I was reading this comment where like this guy was like, oh, whatchamacallit, like, cause Oni is not like a woke fascist or whatever the fuck, and I'm like, and I was talking with Eli about that, and I said like, dude, like. And he's like, what even is woke? And I'm like, it's just like social awareness of like shit going on. It's pretty much like, oh, like there's gay people and like there's trans people. That's pretty cool. That's basically what woke is, for the most part.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, the whole thing with like that is it's like somebody can have like edgy humor but not be somebody can have edgy humor but not be an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, that's like the whole case in point. But like everybody has like this intrinsic thing of unga bunga tribal part of brain. I gotta leave Diddy there because that's
They all must be the same sort of shit.
yeah.
Except the hive mind, all that crap. Blah,
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah.
1984.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much right.
Yeah.
So like,
Wait,
I
where's my literally 1984 Twitchy?
literally 1984.
There it
But
is.
yeah, no, like there's not this.
Okay, that's actually pretty.
I love that.
It's one of Jabroni Mike's emotes.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually getting Twitch panels commissioned.
Ooh, nice.
Finally, after a while. Not
Yeah.
having money, I have enough money for it. Yay.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, like still kind of stands though that like, well, we have this sort of thing. Everybody wants a creator. I did it when I was younger. I don't do it anymore because I find it stupid that like, you know what? Why do I care? Like if
Yeah, that's honestly like, as long as you're not being like a fucking asshole about like shit and whatnot, not like. It's like, why should I fucking care and shit? You know what I mean?
yeah, like that's like the whole sort of thing. Once again, like you can have like weird fucked up jokes because you know, and it's even been confirmed a few times that like even with Oni plays, like they'll say something so risky that it's like, yeah, we gotta cut that. That's like not cool.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's the whole thing about it, really.
Every flavorful stream.
What the fuck? But yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, hell, we've even like we've said some fucking stupid ass shit here on the stream too and whatnot.
Well, we've said stupid shit, and we've also like fucking slipped of tongue because you know we were both from we're both in the 2000s, and we said the R word like twice.
Yeah.
I've said it that many a times on stream, and I've just been like, all right, nobody reacted in chat. Fine.
Not even like nobody reacts in chat. It's just you know. It's literally just
Whoops.
yeah,
My
like
bad.
look, I was born in like 97, right? Like raised in a different time. Right? So you're going to hear that word a lot come out of it. To me it's just a derogatory for like meaningless somewhat. So it's like that shit's fucked up.
Yeah. But yeah.
This is the level that's going to get me a game over, I bet.
We live in a society.
Probably.
Watch. We live in a society. But yeah, not like, whatever, dude. Like, that's the whole sort of thing.
Yeah.
This is minecart bullshit.
No, I beat the minecart level.
Oh, okay.
This is
It's the arcade.
this
Oh,
is the-
excuse me.
This is bee cave or whatever the frick.
I'm
I'm getting killed by bees.
Mhm.
Also, this weird.
Please, Grumman.
Also, these weird jumps over here. Are definitely what's killing me. There's this part right over here with these fucking.
You really gotta like time.
Ah, you fucking bitch!
Yeah.
Jump over the first bee, hit the second bee, and die. It's like the AVGN all over again. But yeah, no, like other than that, like I guess to say like whatever. It's like that, and there's also. I was thinking about like stuff like I kind of left the comments in like your positivity area, Vapor, because he just came to my mind. I'm like one thing that I definitely am sticking to and really trying to think about what I want to like make and whatnot. Especially because like I said, it's like you know my game idea and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm not making this to be like I don't want to make something to have it be like this is how you make it. I want to make it to make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is how you do game design. Because I definitely feel like that bleeds into a lot of like kind of like not shitty but like not like amazing indie games.
Yeah.
Like all those like
You become donkey at that point.
I know what makes a good game, and here's why I'm gonna have a studio based on only good games.
there's a video that even says like, oh, the masters of the game don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They just know how to play it. They don't know how anything works.
Yeah.
It's like there was this one guy who wanted to make a cartoon called like I Hate Saturday or something like that, right? Or I hate I fell in the pit. Oh no. I was trying to kill the bee. I lost track of where I was. The bees, not the bees.
The bees.
It's like what the hell was it? I Hate Tuesdays or something. And it was like all he said, like, you know, like, I want it to be like anime, but not like anime, because we don't have, like, the money for that shit or whatever. And
Yeah.
it was, like, these two twins or something that were, like, the descendants of Greek gods that every Tuesday had to fight evil or whatever. It was like some weird ass. It was like some weird ass celebrity cartoon. I don't know who came up with it. I want to say Jay-Z for.
This is like the first time I've heard of it and shit.
It was on one of Pan's videos.
Yeah.
I don't watch Pan Pizza.
Did he do something?
Yeah, he said Coconut Fred's Fruit Island Adventure was garbage.
No, he said it was good if you like pretend it's like a god, like a mad god running the place. Which in retrospect, I'm like,
It is, but
oh, like the unemotional god. Oh, this is the crying. Oh, this is the scared game. Ah.
I do when it comes to like animation opinions, quote unquote. I don't know why I said quote unquote.
Is it entertaining?
Yeah, I do prefer Pan Pizza over somebody like Saber Spark.
Well, Saber Spark, he's got this one problem, and it's called aggressive advertising, where half his fucking video is what he's talking about, then the other half is like a giant sponsorship that never ends.
Yeah.
I was also gonna say too, he's like been milking. I was also gonna say too, like he's always been milking that whole like fucking like I'm not a furry ... but and it's just like
It gets annoying after a while.
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
done like fucking 50 videos on it already and shit. It's just like, dude, I don't fucking care if you're like a furry or and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
If you came out as
I'll do like the I'll do like the whole like Yif and hell sort of shit and whatnot. Like I said, I would do once the fucking Robin Hood movie comes out, which it hasn't. Thank you, Disney.
Which Zig once again, Zig is working on, or at least put him on pause. He's got two
I
single.
have more than 2 songs then. I have more
Well,
than
no.
2
It's
songs
Yif in Hell, and what was it? Fox Waifu or whatever the fuck? Big
Big
Titty.
Titty Fox GF.
And he sampled both me and Eugene. I was reading some like fucking furry fan fiction, and Eugene he sampled going ooh woo or whatever the fuck.
Cause he's good at doing that whole high pitch ooh shit.
Yeah. So
I have no comment either way. All I'm just going to say is I was biggly boo. If you like doing what you do,
skitty diddy
cool.
do a fuck of you.
Yeah, and that too, skibbity doo, fuck you.
That's how I go.
Skidoo.
Skedaddle skedoodle, your dick is now a noodle.
Yeah, that happened.
But once
years
again,
ago.
no, once again, look, this stream is an approval of furries, okay? Like,
We are? No.
we made this before, we were this before you came around, Vapor.
Yeah, I don't fucking care what anybody thinks. I've dated furries, I don't care.
Yeah, it's like, whatever, I don't fucking care. Like,
And I've had two reactions to being in relationships. Was like 2 of them. One was like, "Oh, you're not into it? All right, that's fine." And then I had the other reaction. One was like, "What do you mean you're not into it? What?"
Vapor, that day the dog found his bones. Oh, come on, you had that one coming. Like, or it would work. Was he a dog, or what the fuck was his persona? Or their persona, I don't know.
The one who was like, "What do you mean you're not into it?" was a dog. And the one who was like, "Yeah, okay, whatever," was a fox, I'm pretty sure.
Still cated. They found his bones. There you go.
There you go.
Oh dear lord.
This This has been something, that's for sure.
This has
Well-
been commentary with
Paper.
It is how it is.
And Ziggy.
do what it do.
It is how it is. Like you can't
So
really.
it goes, so it goes, so it goes.
Que sera. What it will be, it will be.
Where it's going, no one knows.
Que sera. Ba-da-da-da-dee. Crap. So, but yeah, like anyway, to go into like that whole conversation before, what were we even talking about before the furries? Like I was talking about like creating something, and then we talked about donkey.
You know.
Yeah.
It,
You were
it-
talking about how
it
you
seems
wanted
this
to create your, like,
conversation-
game and shit.
This conversation has suffered from me syndrome, where we have gone through 7 different topics in 5 minutes.
Nah, man, you're good. That's how we go all the time.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Well,
every
because
fucking
every-
Marek1shtar stream ever and shit.
Because
like,
every
no joke.
No, because everything reminds you of something else. That's how conversations work.
I've had like I forgot who it was. Like other streamers would be like, "Vapor, does everything remind you of a story of your life?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I think it was like Aegon or somebody or like Cream said that. And I was like, "Yeah, kind of."
Oh wait, can you not jump on that platform? What the fuck?
You're the dev with the white sedan. You're fucking stupid. Oh my
What the-
god.
You left your lights on.
Brush your teeth. But yeah, like talk about making a game like rather than right. I do once again, not to sound like a hypocrite, but I feel like that happens to me when I think about like some games. I feel like maybe they should have done something different with this rather than do what they did. Because maybe they wanted to do it, maybe they wanted to do it this way, but there's something in it that makes it feel perfect for this other type of game. And
Platformers were all the rage.
I
Are we
feel-
talking about Donkey Kong?
oh no, I was going to talk about
Oh,
Kingdom
okay.
Hearts for a second because
Okay.
I'm on a Kingdom Hearts kick.
That's fine.
I'm getting
Where I've checked out because I know nothing other than that game made me mad. When I was a
you
kid.
don't have to know lore. That's you don't have to know lore. I don't even really know Kingdom Hearts lore, man.
Nobody does. Not even the not even the devs.
I kind of know the
As far as
basic.
I
I kind of know the basic story, but the like beyond that, I'm beyond that. It's like apparently I thought that like nobody's had their own realm of existence, but apparently that is not the case. It's just it's just they have access to the real world, and my stupid child brain made me think that because Kingdom Hearts 2 had this one little story bit where you're in a data world or whatever the frick. But anyway, like, so I'm playing 358 over 2 days. I think I talked about this, and I know like JT had a problem with that. He's like, "Oh, why are you playing that game specifically?" I'm like, "I don't know, because I never did. It's fun, and I have it." And
I can.
because I can, I want to play it.
Yeah.
And I thought about this, and I said, like, the way they have this game set up with, like, oh, you unlock, like, these tiles, there's, like, challenge missions and whatnot that you do to unlock, like, better stuff. I said, like, if this was, like, a Dynasty Warrior style game, then I feel like this would have been, like, not, like, way better as, like, this type of gameplay style. Like, there's just a lot to, like... There's a lot of shit that just reminds me of, like, the Dynasty Warrior stuff, like tanky enemies somewhat, with a few that are, like, insta-gib. And then the challenge modes and mission modes, like, enemies are designed specifically for multiplayer because, yeah, this DS game was designed for multiplayer in mind.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime Hunter should be like.
Oh, you're thinking of frickin', I think you're thinking more about, that one Prime...
DS multiplayer
Federation
games in
Force.
Federation Force, where if you don't...
Wait, what about Hunters?
Hunters is a multiplayer mode that you could just play for like fun. It's like a versus mode. You don't need to play multiplayer for like the story. Ooh.
Was it Federation? Wait.
Federation.
2.
Yeah,
There was one that
Federation
was, like,
Force on the
chibi
3DS.
cartoony.
Yeah, that's Federation Force.
No, I'm talking about 2006 DS Metroid multiplayer game.
Yeah, that's Prime Hunters, but the multiplayer in that is more or less freaking whatchamacallit.
Campaign.
No, not campaign. It's not even like campaign related. It's more it has a versus mode which you can play. And you unlock hunter, like the more you play, right, the story, and the more hunters that you fight, the more characters you unlock for the versus.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just played it because I was like, oh, this would be like online gaming where you talk shit to people and you destroy them. And there was nothing like that. Because I was like, there's no microphone on the DS. Like, there was no online communication.
Get a wheel gun. Get a wheel gun. DS.
Use a real gun, you fucking nerd.
DS
Real
online.
gun. Only 8 years old and he's already talking about drive-bys.
DS communications be like Call of Duty.
Picto chat.
angry picto chats of you fucking your enemy's mom or some shit.
That's your mom.
But yeah, no, like, but you know, like, so no. But the thing about Federation Force is that, like, I said this before too. That game, if you don't play it at least with one other person to be a healer, you're literally gonna suffer from fucking whatchamacallit, Link's like Triforce Hero syndrome or Four Swords Special Edition syndrome, where you're stuck with one person, you're gonna be at like a significant disadvantage throughout that whole freaking game.
Yeah.
At least Four Swords Adventures, like, it's easy to play with like one person still. But like, holy shit, like Triforce Heroes was like bunk.
Wait, was that the Dynasty Heroes game?
No, you're thinking of Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, okay.
Once again, funny.
Hyrule Warriors, I did like when I played it at a friend's house, but it was kind of like what most people think about Dynasty Warrior games, where it's like, all right, but after an hour of this, I understand what's going on, and I do not care anymore.
I feel as though they didn't have a lot of like content on in the game, in the like the base game itself, because like it's quite easy to beat story mode.
Yeah.
And then you have to frickin' do extra mode to unlock you had to buy DLC for like the villains of the game, and then extra mode had then extra modes were like, oh, that's how you unlock all the other stuff. Like apparently Link has like so many weapons, and I didn't even know that one of them existed until like years later. And I love Hyrule Warriors. It's a fun freaking game.
Hyrule Warriors.
It's a fun freaking game, but like, goddamn, is it not? You know.
Don't you need like amiibos to get like a lot of the cool shit too?
You can use them as like but you need to know which ones get you what. Because
you need like specific Zelda ones to get you certain shit or something.
If you get the Link amiibo, you unlock like the spinner, I believe. Then if you get the Ganondorf one, you get the ball and chain. Or the Ganondorf one unlocks the spinner.
Wasn't there like a mode where you beat the entire first Legend of Zelda game like piece by piece?
Yeah, and then they added on to it like the more character packs came out and whatnot. So then there was one based on Majora's Mask. Well, that was easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one based on Majora's Mask, and there was one based on what the fuck, Link's Awakening. They really did a lot of like cool stuff with Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
Like severely cool game. And I remember people, like, there was one person like fear-mongering it because they were afraid that Team Ninja was gonna fuck it up because of Metroid Other M or whatever. And they're like, oh yeah, and like once again, no, Metroid Other M is fine. I feel like that game is like overhated.
I didn't mind it. It was fine. That's the only Metroid game I beat, so.
I'm surprised because that game is not easy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you do the second?
I told Bone that last night, and he was like, "Oh, that's the only one you beat?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just never been very good
Oh-
at Metroid
oh boy,
games. Or I
here
just never
comes-
had them.
Oh boy,
I
here
just never had them.
Bones weird take, or I guess commonplace take of just, you know, I guess hating the game. Other M is just like very unfairly shit on by like the Metroid community. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I mean, there are some things I was like, that's kind of stupid, but
It's like I feel as though like you need to, not like you need to know the lore, but you need to understand like Samus as a character and like how fucking just you need to understand like how militaries kind of like work, where once again I don't want to get involved. I wrote a fucking video about this because like it bothers me that much that people do not think with their brains for like a couple of seconds.
you're gonna hate a website called Twitter.
I've never had a bad issue with Twitter until it got bought by the
Elongated muskrat.
yeah, pretty much.
It's not so much Twitter as a website.
None of my
the-
posts get any like looks at or like any whatchamacallits now thanks to him.
It's not so much Twitter as a website. It's just like the people of Twitter. Sometimes I look at what people have to say and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's literally just people putting their thoughts on social media. It's like I
A lot
once
of them shouldn't
again
be able to.
that's why you don't associate with the person who does, like, who says something like severely fucked up.
Yeah, but sometimes it's just there on your feed, like because I also like follow Vosh, so it's like he
There's a-
retweets it and it's like, oh god, I gotta look at that. Oh come on.
There's also a block button.
Oh no, I use that. We were actually I was talking about this with Cream, Aegon, and Grimsby one day. They're like, just mute the people. You can just mute them. And I go, I blocked
Yeah.
them. And they're like, you blocked them? I'm like, yeah, I block like anybody that has a slightly stupid opinion or more. And I go, I have like 3,000 plus blocked accounts on Twitter.
Yay, I'm blocked.
What's the-
Aegon's just like, you know what? That is extremely base. And he's like, what if it's like, you know, some VTuber that's just like, hey, I could hope to notice. I'm like, fuck him. He's like, all right, fair.
Very similar stories all the time with Vapor. But yay, I'm blocked on Twitter by Vapor.
Just wake up. Oh, bad opinion, Barrett. Blocked.
You shouldn't have said that. How dare you speak ill of...
Now I'm gonna wake up and Merrick's just gonna try and tweet like one opinion that will try and get him blocked today or something. You know, I really don't like the Oreo milkshake from Jack in the Box. All right, well that's instant, like without.
I've never even had Jack in the Box. The one time I tried, but Mom was like, no.
That sounds like the same thing with like me and Arby's. Because I swear to God, my dad took me and my brother to an Arby's once at like a fucking rest stop out in Jersey and shit. And he said he has like no fucking recollection of this shit, and he went on a whole fucking like
Jack in the
spiel
Box
about how
Mandela
much-
effect.
and then he went on this whole fucking spiel about like how much their fucking sandwiches suck ass and shit. Which, you know, he's not wrong.
Oh no.
It was just
What
like,
the
no.
fuck was that meat one? The meat tower or whatever? Or the meat castle?
Mountain.
Meat mountain.
Meat Mountain.
The meat.
The same sandwich that inspired the fucking name of a goddamn 3D movie maker film that I made.
The secret is that meat mountain.
Yeah.
Once again, go watch Zig's stuff. He
Or
doesn't.
don't, I'm not forced.
He doesn't make YouTube videos that much anymore. But when he does, they're gold.
I want to see Zig make a YouTube poop.
Honestly, yeah.
Vapor, do you want to see this one video that I made?
Yeah.
Alright, here you go. Where are you?
Merrick, do you know Rev from Vine Sauce?
Yeah, Rev Scarecrow.
Yeah. Have you ever seen like there was a stream that he did where it was a sponsored stream where he had to play a Ninja Turtles game that was like by Nickelodeon or something like that. And he had to play like a clip from the show, and as part of the sponsorship. And he was like, and he shows the regular clip. He's like, but you know, I take civil creative liberties and did this, and he made a YouTube poop out of it and showed that on stream. And I guess, it's just like a really poorly done YouTube poop, but it's just great because he was like, I'm bored, I'm just gonna make this into a YouTube poop.
Did he get in trouble with Nickelodeon?
Yeah, Nickelodeon was like, don't do that ever. And then, I guess he got in so much trouble that Twitch, contacted him, was like, hey man, just don't do that anymore, please. Because Nickelodeon was like,
again.
well, I don't think they were gonna sue him, but they were like,
It got close.
DMCA you and blacklist you and all this different shit. He was like, all right, I thought it was funny.
What the fuck does Nickelodeon think it's Sega?
Probably.
They have the same thing where you can't, they put on their stuff you can't fucking change their images or whatever, and if you do it's an offense.
What the fuck? It's the Vinny Vine Sauce Nintendo effect.
And
hey, Vinny, will you play our game on stream and kind of do a pseudo review of it? Oh yeah, sure. I think it was Ocarina of Time 3DS edition or whatever. He's like, yeah, I love Ocarina of Time, sure. And he did it, and he was like, yeah, it's not bad. And then that's all he said. He was like, it's not as good as the original or something like that. And Nintendo took offense to that and was like, well, now you don't get your money. And he was like, what? He's like, I didn't say it was bad. They're like, no.
It's not as good as the I just find it weird that
then they copyright strike almost all of his streams on YouTube for Nintendo Music, and then they sent him a cease and desist letter to change the Vine Sauce logo from a upstream. He was like, fuck you, I'm not doing any of that shit. Then they never followed up on it. They're just like, all right. There's scare tactics on it.
How far they can take it. Look, if I'm honest, alright, Vinny's takes are fucking weird. It's it's not
Trolls are weird.
It's not as good. Okay, yeah, no, that is true. Fucking Mario World is better than Mario.
Oh
3.
yeah, I saw this Zig, the emo character.
Oh yeah.
The thing is oh Vinny, it's not as good as the original. It's literally just the original game again. What are you talking about, Vinny?
I think you just didn't like the 3DS controls, probably. Is what it was.
It's pretty much the same. The only difference is there's no C-stick.
Yeah.
It's you gotta center the camera, just press the freaking R. I feel like it's annoying to you want me to talk up this game or whatever it's alright. Are you sending me the modded 3DS? Are you doing what exactly are you doing here for me with this shit other than me play the game and say something good about it or whatever the fuck? Cause
I think you already had a modded 3DS was the thing.
Yeah, once again, that ain't happened. Once again,
when I played Fortnite with CB, CB was like, I know we said we could say whatever, but try not to diss the game too much, and then constantly throughout the whole stream, me and Spice were like, this game is fucking bad. Fuck this game.
Did they still get their money?
I think they did, yeah.
They're...
I didn't from the HBO stream that we did. I didn't get shit. They were like, you didn't use all the assets that we gave you.
Your stream is too woke.
I didn't use all the overlay assets, but you know what's stupid? The page that they give you all the assets on, before stream I tried to go back and all right, make sure I got everything. They don't let you go back and see. So I'm just like, well, how am I supposed to know I have everything?
Vapor. Your stream was too woke for HBO Max.
I knew this was coming.
Oh my god.
Cease and desist from HBO Max. I knew this was coming.
No, God. I was already done. I didn't want to bring this up. We had to bring up fucking HBO Max for a second. But
oh yeah.
Enter had to open his mouth about HBO Max canceling shit. This is the last time.
Stream.
No, this is the last time I'm ever talking about it, Mr. Enter, like, period. Because this is just relevant to what happened.
Yeah.
I just got, like, I got curious, right? Curiosity killed the... I'm like, alright, let's see what he said. And he said, oh, no, it's not wokeness that got these shows canceled or whatever the fuck. And it's like, he didn't even have, like, a proper reason. He's,
Mr. Enter.
That sounds like
Mr.
that
Mr.
sounds like
Enter-
enough for you.
Yeah,
he's
Mr.
like-
never has a reason. He just beats around big words that he thinks sounds good, and then
Yeah.
goes nowhere with it.
and then the funniest part was too, he it's not wokeness that did it or whatever the frick, but like, the funniest part about the whole thing was too, it's like,
Yeah.
it gives this perception of blah 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 blah, that it does this and that, and it's like, you're not getting anywhere, man. You're not.
You're just skirting around it and shit, dude.
This is why you're the fucking donkey of cartoons.
Not even.
I know what makes a good cartoon, therefore I'm gonna make it. Alright,
Oh yeah, how's growing
you
around
know,
going around? For
maybe
you?
if artists didn't have to animate so much. What? What are you talking about, man? We don't need a storyboard for a cartoon. That's stupid.
What's this about? What's this about morals in cartoons now? Like, every fucking show needs to have morals and not just be entertaining, for entertainment's sake.
Just pull a 1980s cartoon and be like, drugs bad, done.
There you go. Yeah. No. And then when a cartoon has a moral, he had a problem with it.
Yep.
Do you ever see the Skeleton Remote episode of OKKO? Boom.
I've never seen OKKO, but I've heard good things about it.
It's a really good show.
I do know Sonic was on it.
They did a gun control episode, and it was a really good show. Okay, no, the Sonic episode was not good.
Oh.
Like, every quote unquote Sonic fan on the internet's like, oh my god, this episode is so good. But you want to know what you know what the problem with it was? Every fucking reference they made was like a dead, empty reference. Like, they even do like a Sonic says at the end, and it goes nowhere.
Kind of like old Sonic says.
Well, the thing is just that, like, they don't even make it like a parody of it. It's just, oh yeah, Sonic says, and it's like, man, I'm so cool, and I'm like, yeah, Sonic, you are cool, but like, come on now. What happened with this? Fuck, it's been forever since I ever played this game. At least to get to this part.
You know, it's a good Cartoon Network cartoon that gets shit on all the time whenever I see it in a list.
What?
Two cartoons, actually. Two Cartoon Network cartoons.
What shows?
Problem Solvers.
Yes! Thank you!
And Uncle Grandpa.
That is true. That does get.
I love Uncle Grandpa so fucking much. I had an argument with somebody at
The first season's rough.
I can't remember.
The first season's rough. But what show's first season isn't rough? Like, look at The Simpsons.
Yeah, like I think it was, I can't remember if it was Snoozing Well or not, but I had an argument with him on how he attempted to try and beat my ass in an animation contest, even though he does probably know more about animation than I do. Saying that Steven Universe is better than Uncle Grandpa. And I didn't even have to try hard. I was like, dude.
Listen,
Gumballs.
I'm not a big
Gumball
fan
is
of Uncle
better.
Grandpa and whatnot, but had we all known what would happen with fucking Steven Universe and shit, it's just like.
You know what's definitely an unfairly treated show on Cartoon Network, or was on Cartoon Network?
What?
Clarence.
Oh yeah, I didn't like it too much, but it did
liked
have
it.
its moments. Yeah. What was the other one?
No, people. No. I remember. Like, people got on my ass for it because I said that it was better than Symbionic Titan, and I'm like, alright, look. Gennady.
I just like the art style of Symbiotic Titan.
Gennady does some like good shit, but Symbionic Titan, in all honesty, like looking at it, good animation, kind of dull because it's repetitive, very repetitive fucking show.
It's like,
Now you want no. You want to know the superior giant robot series that was on Cartoon Network? Sing it with me now. Living here in Jersey, fighting villains from afar. There you go. You know what I
Watched the
mean?
Show. I thought it was on WB Kids and not Cartoon Network.
It was on Cartoon Network, and then it got written off as a tax write-off, so it can never be aired on American TV again. Man, I love the way our fucking television system works. Or entertainment, like.
Well, it used to be worse.
It just works.
Thanks, Todd.
But yeah, nah, like fucking. But yeah, nah, like fucking. That's some. Oh shit. You know, like that's some crap though. Like, Clarence gets shit. A lot of like good Cartoon Network shows get shit because, oh, it doesn't live up to the standards of like fucking Teen Titans.
Yeah.
Which even
I didn't like Teen Titans as a kid. It was okay. I was just like,
even all right. Me in hindsight with Teen Titans, right? I tried watching it again after all these years.
yeah.
And I'm just like, the serious episodes kind of suck.
Early DC, not early DC. You know, DC when they tried to do
You know,
seriousness in their cartoons was like,
or you know, you do Justice League and then Justice League Unlimited, which were both fucking awesome.
yeah.
But no, like Teen Titans.
You know, like Batman.
Teen Titans was at its best when it was being fun, and the final season was really freaking fun.
I like the cartoon about the lead singers that did the theme. What was it?
Oh, Puffy Amiyumi. You know, that shit was cool. Like, I don't know. There was like that shit was like fun, but like, you know, like freaking tried watching Teen Titans again, and it did not set well. Like it wasn't bad. It was just like there's when you have a silly. Puffy Amiyumi was an experience. Hey, Rubeson, how's it going? Good to see you.
Better than live action Teen Titans.
Fuck Batman.
Yeah.
I can't do this anymore, man. No, but like freaking, like, I don't know. I really don't know what to. It's better. Like, was it better than Teen Titans Go? This is my question.
There's a ton of fucking people defending Teen Titans Go out of nowhere, and I'm like, sorry.
It's a show that exists, right? Like,
I've watched it a ton of times going to friends' houses because like their little brothers and sisters would have it on, and I'm like,
it's not every day that you get popular from your cartoon OP that you get your own cartoon made after you. Yeah, pretty much.
Fun fact.
Where's the Bowling for Soup cartoon?
They were in Phineas and Ferb for like 5 minutes.
That doesn't count. I hear Zig strumming on the old guitar.
Yeah, sorry, no.
As much as I want to crap on Teen Titans Go for its existence over the original show, I have not personally watched Teen Titans Go, so I don't feel the right talking about it. Yeah, like, I stopped watching after, like, a little bit when I realized, yeah, no, this is totally not for me. But, like, they want, no, like, because, like, once again, the whole point of, like, make stuff for art. Make stuff for art's sake, right? That show just exists to, like, live off of the hate.
You want to know a fun fact about the OG Teen Titans cartoon?
What's up?
They use the Japanese theme in serious episodes, or opening, and then they use the American one and everything else, all the other episodes.
I still say that, you know what? No, you know what the best Teen Titans episodes feature in them?
Is it the British guy?
Yes! Mad
Yes,
Mod!
Mad Mod.
I love Mad Mod!
That's my favorite episode. I've seen
I
that
hope he
episode
gets
so
a
many
fucking.
times.
I hope he gets a fucking like DC action figure soon, cause like holy shit, dude.
Yeah, when I was a little kid, I hardly ever watched Teen Titans, but whenever I watched it, it was that episode. I'm like, oh my
Donkey
god.
Konga. He's so cute.
You know, I was gonna make that joke during the intro and shit, just being like, "Hey, you wait, Marek, what are you doing? I thought we were playing Donkey Konga, not Donkey Kong Country.
Hey,
I brought my bongos and everything."
bangs on the bongos.
See, that's a game I want to stream, but I'm like, how do I stream that?
Like that's all you're gonna hear during the fucking stream is just like,
Hey guys!
It's not even gonna sound like that. It's just gonna be like. It's like.
Yeah.
Like I can't even mimic the noise of like
Hey.
the little.
I have the bongos and everything too, so I don't even know like to emulate it or anything.
You want
I
to
mean, I
play
could play. I
Donkey
could
Konga?
get the Wii version, but what was the fun of that?
That was Donkey Kong Barrel Blast, right?
No, there was a weird little time in the Wii's life, like near the end, where Nintendo remastered like 3 GameCube games
they
for some
actually
reason.
they actually do have like a
Well, all right. No, of all the
dolphin in the chat.
of all of the freaking like no, but a bunch of games from the GameCube got remastered as Wii games. Pikmin
But I
1,
remember they did,
Pikmin
like-
2, the Metroid
Yeah,
Prime
that was-
games. I didn't even know Donkey Konga got remastered.
It was Jungle Beat.
Well, if you're playing the rhythm game, it'll sound like you're pretending to play music. But if you get the action game, it sounds like the conga that uses the congas, and then it'll sound like random slaps.
It was
Oh, yeah.
it was Jungle Beat, not Conga.
Jungle Beat. No,
I love
Konga's the one where you're like.
Jungle Beat is the definition of a game can be fun without a story because it's literally Donkey Kong just being like, I feel like beating up every animal in the jungle today.
Also, no, don't forget, Kirby's Air Ride.
That too.
I'm about to drop some Vapor School lore on you. I hate
Oh,
Kirby's
boy.
Air Ride.
What?
I hate that game so much.
What? Why?
I don't know. I just never found it fun. I always like got last place and didn't know what was going on.
Well, that's
was
the
like-
fun of it. Like I even said it at New Year's. It's like you can
I'll play
lose.
F-Zero then.
You can lose and still have fun in Kirby's Air Ride. F-Zero has a story.
Yeah, I know. But I'm
There's
not
even an
gonna pay
anime.
Yeah, I know.
Or should
There's still no fighting game for F-Zero, which is a crime.
no. You know, I don't want a fighting game. No, you know what I want from F-Zero?
Hmm.
Sonic Red is the best cartoon racing game. Fight me. That game is hard.
Clearly, you've never played Donkey Kong Barrel Blast on the hardest difficulty.
Yeah, on the hard. That's the quote. On the hardest difficulty.
You can try to beat Cranky Kong.
Cranky Kong. It is, but once you figure it out, it's so satisfying. Yeah, I guess that's why I couldn't like get into Zero Gravity on the Wii, because I'm like I kept losing in the story mode, and I'm like, oh damn it, nothing's happening because I can't win.
I should play Double Dash on stream one day. I still have it.
That's another game where you don't. That's another game definition of no story, but you can have like fun with it.
It's Mario Kart in general. There's no story in any Mario Kart.
Yeah, you're just doing like races and shit.
Actually,
There's a
no,
mission
there-
mode. There's a mission mode in Mario Kart DS.
Yeah, I was gonna say, doesn't the DS kind of have a pseudo story?
It's not even a story. It's just you do stuff in it. Like
Yeah.
Technically, all the Mario parties have stories, but just nobody cares.
you know what else has a story? Mario Tennis.
Oh yeah.
You know what else has a story?
Oh, Game Boy Color Mario Tennis, or not even
Mario
Color,
DDR.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Apparently the Game Boy game of Mario Tennis that has like anime characters that you play as or whatever is actually really good.
Oh wait, Plum and what's her name? Like, there's like a character
Yeah,
called
yeah,
Plum
yeah.
and that shit.
Yeah.
That I only know about because of Smash Bros. Melee and its trophies. Which why the fuck did Smash Ultimate not have like good single player content?
Yeah, I'm still miffed about that. I'm like, where's like the where's the trophy coin launcher from Brawl? Like, what?
No. Blame Smash 4 for that one. They took that out
Yeah.
because he wanted to make it all about the fighter, and I'm like, no.
Where's my subspace emissary then, Sakurai?
Apparently the excuse for that was people uploaded the cutscenes to YouTube.
Oh boo!
I mean, Kirby Air is basically the same idea. The game is harder than you'd think despite being simpler, but people love it anyway, mostly because of the city mode though. Yeah, no, like the freaking I love getting off of the star in the city mode and running around and pretending I'm playing a 3D Kirby game.
Sakurai, they upload the textures of the game. It's over. Cancel. What the fuck is that crap?
No, no. In my honest opinion, I think Smash Bros is like the most overrated video game in existence. Because
Last of Us.
okay, no.
I
The
always
Last of
thought,
Us is in a The Last of Us is in a different league. That's a game that like.
Well, Smash I always saw as a party game, not an actual like you take this shit seriously sort of game.
No, same here. And like
Yeah.
my like with
And then I went to a friend's house and they were playing like competitive Smash against
The
me. I'm like,
community
"Dude,
is crazy."
Turn on the items. And they're like
more
"Turn on
overrated than
items?
Fortnite.
What? I'm like,
Fortnite is just a freemium monetized game. Like
yeah, and Fortnite isn't a bad game. It's just it suffers from bad community.
yeah.
Like the gameplay and everything is like fine, but you know the community is a preschool, so
Look at our Fortnite dance.
and apparently the lore of Fortnite, I don't know anything about it because I don't care because I'm like it's a multiplayer game. I don't care. It's like extensively written for some reason.
I looked it up and apparently it's about like alternate dimensions and shit. Considering we had a ton
Yeah.
of people sexual assault.
Oh yeah, all that shit. Smash community.
You know what I find funny about the Smash community? And like that like the charge that they have against them and whatnot, right? It definitely explains the reason why a lot of the techniques are named the way they are. Fucking Smash, like... I don't want to say Smash Bros was a mistake, because I had a lot of fun before I knew what, like, the competitive scene and community was. But, like,
Yeah.
god damn. Mini games in DKC are so just watching you try and do that makes my butt clench. At least it's not apparently not like the grown adults going to tournaments when vomiting blood, sick, and being praised for not wearing masks, coughing blood, not vomiting. What the fuck?
I didn't even know about that.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
I remember there was this guy, right? This very poor, naive man who had to host like a Smash Bros tournament, right? And they did not specify. They did not specify that like only a certain number of people can like come over here, join in, whatever the frick, right? And you want to know what happened to him? He was like, they got overwhelmed. People brought their own TVs, and people were playing like matches outside when they were like. Hungrybox went to a tourney, tweeted out how he was coughing blood out and everything before showing up. Never wore a mask, so he said he didn't think he had COVID and did.
I'm just coughing blood. It's alright.
Oh my god, that's horrible. Coughing blood could also mean you have like fucking like tuberculosis or fucking pneumonia.
Yeah.
Like, I think he could have had the consumption. He'd rather die of consumption, Ebola, COVID, or fucking like pneumonia than like lose a Smash game because he was sick. People are I told you about the guy. I told you about the guy that went to my like college that I got on the bus, and he smelled like fucking like dried piss and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, as soon as he stepped on, I smelled this shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then as soon as he stepped off, it went away, and I'm like, oh my god, that was him. And all he did was play like Smash Bros for hours at like the school, and I'm like, it's true what they say. Like, there's a guy on Twitter, he said, like, you fucking idiots gotta learn that soap combos into water. I couldn't have said it better myself. TB is more different area. TB is more in different areas in general. Public. He does shit stuff all the time. Wait, he shits his pants? Wait, what? I'm reading that, right?
He just shitty stuff all the time.
Oh.
He shit himself all the time.
Like prisons and countries not in the U.S. tuberculosis. You get put in the iron lung.
The iron butt.
You get put in the iron lung or the iron butt because of a Smash tournament.
Yeah, even like the last dude in the U.S. who's still in the iron lung did more than that guy did.
But yeah, like, I don't know what the fuck happened to Smash Bros, man. Like that over reliance on, I guess, like trying to sell to like people that don't give a shit about the game or something. Basically, if you can't get the vaccine for it, you're probably gonna die from it. For TB, I don't think it's even given out to people.
The vaccine for tuberculosis.
I think it's like, I think you can catch like tuberculosis in general.
I think my uncle had that one time. But then again, my uncle had like chemo in the 70s. Or no, 80s.
Fuck.
And so he had like a ton of different health issues. And then I guess like I can't remember if it was during his chemo or something like that. He or no, it was he was giving blood to like a friend that needed it in like the late 70s or something like that before he got chemo. And he it was before the hospitals checked the blood, and he got like not AIDS or HIV, like one of the blood diseases.
Oh.
Can you catch sickle cell from that?
It wasn't sickle cell. It was like
Hepatitis, maybe?
I think it was hepatitis.
Yeah.
It's hepatitis C. Okay, I'm sorry for that joke. That was.
Hepatitis C.
Not given in the US now. Yeah. It's
But-
one of your birth vaccines and shit, typically.
Then you-
Yeah.
Then you should get lupus. Wait, that doesn't sound good.
Lupus. You're gonna get sick
some-
from like freaking
There's
ringworm or
old,
something.
There's some old animation where the character's name was Dr. Lupus or something like that.
Dr.
And he's
Lupus.
doing he's doing like, because it was like supposed to be making fun of the doctor from Halloween.
Oh.
And he's doing like a TV commercial, and he's like, if you suffer, he's trying to sell like his paranormal investigative like
This Camp Laszlo.
Camp
he's got,
Laszlo
like,
Lumpus. Scoutmaster Lumpus.
if you have ghosts, aliens, or monsters, then you should get lupus.
That-
Oh no, wait, that's so good.
That's another Cartoon Network show that's like severely underrated.
Laszlo hit sometimes, and other times I was like, yes, no.
No people like shit on it because it's like, oh, it's not as good as it's not as good as fucking Rocko's Modern Life. And like, I didn't even know the guy who made Rocko's Modern Life made Camp Laszlo.
Yeah, me either. I
Like-
still talking like cartoons of its time on the same channel. I did kind of like Gym Partners and Monkey a little bit better.
Yeah, My Gym Partners, that's another underrated show, I think.
Yeah.
'Cause I never really like hear people talk about it as the thing, so that's my case study for like why it's underrated.
Oh my god, I'm watching Merrick play, and I'm like, my dumbass thinks he's playing like 2 or 3. I'm like, just grab Diddy and throw him, you fucking. I'm like, wait, no, this is 1, not 2 and 3.
They do TB skin tests.
For healthcare workers.
Yeah, my uncle was also in the healthcare department, and then after he got cancer, he had to basically just take a disability for the rest of his life. Because he could, you know, within your immune system is shot like that, you can't work in hospitals anymore.
Yeah.
That fucking sucks.
Which honestly, like my mom said, was kind of good in a way, because when I was born and I had all my medical stuff, they had like an actual person that knew medical stuff on standby. Like to an extent. So it was like, hey, this is happening. He's like, oh well, it could be this.
Ain't
I
that
can help
ironic
do it.
though?
Oh, like
Yeah, like someone in your family that knows medical shit, right? And then you're born and you have like medical problems and whatnot.
yeah, and he can like he helped for a while, like at first, like setting up my machines and different shit like that.
Uncle Grandpa's one of seeing shows way late for me that looked god awful. Oh, Vapor. Zuki doesn't like Uncle Grandpa.
How fucking dare.
It's under. What was Fillmore?
I wish.
Oh
everybody
wait,
had
Fillmore
Rick and
is the hall monitor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fillmore was
That was a
cool.
pretty good one.
Morty. Was Fillmore made by the same dude that made what's the not emo girl, but what's the cartoon about just like that one girl in high school? Not fucking Pepper Ann, no. Oh, it's gonna kill me. Or was that made by Mike Judge?
No.
Are you
No,
talking about
not
Daria?
Pepper Ann. Yeah, Daria. That's it.
That
Yeah.
was Mike.
Well,
No.
Daria was a character in Beavis and Butthead, but
That she kind of broke off in her own show.
Yeah,
the series
that's what I meant.
itself was actually created by 2 people, and I apologize in advance for getting these names wrong. Well,
It's not like they're gonna
no.
watch this, Sig.
Yeah, still, it's a fucking courtesy and shit.
Alright,
Glenn Eichler and Susie Lewis Lynn.
Pepper Ann is also underrated.
I
I
like Pepper Ann.
I think that
I didn't notice till later. It has the same animation style as Kids Next Door.
Flapjack I didn't care for.
Oh,
Flapjack
yeah,
was
that's-
fun.
yeah.
No, you know what's the most underrated Disney show?
What?
Lloyd in Space.
I liked Lloyd in Space. I don't remember much of it, but I remember watching it and being like,
You can watch it for free on
Alright.
YouTube because it's not on Disney Plus yet.
yeah.
Also, also Buzz Lightyear Star Command. You know what happened?
Oh yeah, I love Buzz Lightyear. Star Command.
Lasseter didn't like that show apparently. Cause he wanted Buzz Lightyear to be a generic like space hero.
All you guys wish.
Hashtag Buzz Lightyear fucked his mom. No, he got his wish, but he also got the horrifying, you know. he also got the-
I just don't think there could be a better voice for Buzz other than Peter.
Tim Allen.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, in the cartoon is Patrick Warburton.
Oh, right. No, you know what the funny part was is that they specifically animated Buzz to match Patrick Warburton's delivery. So when they released the first episode as a quote-unquote movie on DVD and they had Tim Allen dub over it, right? As soon as that happened, it was off sync. They had to reanimate everything in order to fit Tim Allen's like delivery.
That reminds me of when they first did, what was it? Shrek.
Wait, the guy who made Fillmore made LT Gray?
No, that's No, he worked on LT.
Oh.
I love
LT Gray was great. Every fucking thing the creator of LT Gray touches is amazing. Book of Life, great movie. Fucking that he's got a mini series on Netflix now.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. He was a writer for LT Gray.
I wish Robot Jones didn't get the shit that it got.
Whatever happened to
Robot
Robot Jones?
It was so good, and then the Cartoon Network executives fucking
Go to school, go to school, go to school.
Listen to your mother, listen to your mother, listen to your mother.
because they had the Microsoft Sam voice for Jones.
And then they
yeah,
replaced it with they redubbed it with a kid.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the executives of Cartoon Network were like, no, do it again. It's like, okay. And then people didn't like the kid voice as much as the robot voice for the robot character.
I
Whoa.
actually like the robot voice better than the actual.
Yeah,
kid
same
shit.
here.
Because again, I thought it gave Robot Jones like more character than just like getting like some actual fucking kid actor to do it and shit. Like no offense.
It's like the third season theme for Static Shock, which is another amazing DC show, which is fucking way better than Teen Titans. But it's like the third season of Static Shock, right? They replaced like the fucking amazing theme song with this kid rapper, and it's like, okay, like the rap is like pretty like it's memorable.
WB brand.
It's memorable, like superhero, static shock. Woo. It's not even like really a rap. It's just like, you know, that's the only lyric
That's the
in
one I
it.
remember more for some reason.
But like, I like the one where it's like the instrumental. Ba-na-na-na, like,
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
it's surprising me how DC has such god awful live action. What are you talking about? Shazam was good.
Shazam was. I love Shazam, and the Harley Quinn.
The new Suicide Squad movie was pretty good.
I haven't watched it. The Harley Quinn movie, everyone said was garbage, but that's because nobody went to see it and give it a chance. Because, you know, it was one of those. Oh, it's an all.
Oh, are you talking about Birds of Prey, where they tried to turn it into a political thing between like Sonic and?
Yes, the same thing with Venom and Taylor Swift's movie.
Venom. Yes. I didn't even know Taylor Swift had a movie come out.
Yeah, or not Taylor Swift. I'm sorry, Lady Gaga or whatever.
What?
She had some movie with some dude, and people were like doing that thing that they do on the internet where they're like, if you don't see it, you're homophobic, or some bullshit like that. And they were turning it into like, if you go see Venom instead of this movie, you're against gay people. It's like, what the fuck? Shut up.
No. Like you're not making the case any. I feel like those people are like robots or something.
Me, the gay guy, would love to see Venom. Thank you. Checkmate, atheist. And I liked Venom. I know people are like, it's the worst Marvel movie in like the past whatever years. It was fine. It's good. I liked Venom.
Oh my god, wait a minute. I lived.
Venom was bad wrong.
Venom was such a fun movie.
Morbius was.
Venom 2 was better. Morbius was better. Alright, Zuki.
Okay.
Stop taking the piss now, man. Come on.
Or like taking the entire shit in his pants at this point.
Is that statue taking a piss? It's
Yeah.
taking a piss.
Alright, I'll get it backwards.
Okay, I'll do it back.
Venom 2. I saw Venom 2. You know how I saw Venom 2? On YouTube with Spanish subtitles. I don't know. I only ever saw Carnage because it happened to be with my dad, and he wanted to watch it for work. I didn't even know there was a Venom movie series until before that day. Venom. They ain't gonna know what hit him. Oh god, this is terrible. Fucking said knock knock, let the devil in. Fuck!
So what did I miss?
I got killed by the Kremlin crew.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I hear most people didn't like Carnage, but what do I know? I literally don't follow movies.
I still need to go see Puss in Boots and shit.
It's good. Go see Puss in
I know.
Boots. Mutter was talking about it earlier. I said to him, there's no caveats. It's just a good movie. Go see it.
Yeah.
Like... The first Venom movie wasn't well received review-wise neither, but it was still fucking fun.
Yeah.
But it did better than Morbius and Venom. I hate these barrels. I don't like it when your like fate is in the hands of a barrel that like automatically shoots you. And you have to time it like perfectly, like right there.
Yeah.
I need to put some boots. Went to see the new Avatar first since it came out earlier and leave the theater earlier.
because I actually saw that new Brendan Fraser movie, The Whale and shit, and it was pretty fucking good.
DreamWorks is gonna top Disney in terms of like artistic venture, because Disney
Especially now and shit.
straight
I
up.
feel like Disney now is like playing it safe, more or less.
You want to know?
Like they were, like how they were, like say, like during their dark ages and shit, where it's just like, okay, how would Walt do this?
You
And
want to
then
know
it'd be
something
like,
funny?
you would have like 300 people being like, oh, he would do this, he would do that, and it's just like, okay.
Hi,
just like-
hi there, Zig. The guy who's playing Kingdom Hearts right now, right? The game hits fucking different. Like Kingdom Hearts hits different now. Like the original games hit different now that I played 3. Where it's like,
Yeah.
oh my god, like what the fuck, like like you can see the Disney meddling in like 3. Plus, like like in this game it was like free reign. But like now it's like now, oh my god, they developed me filmed. They developed
They
me.
developed the film tech for filming underwater and spent years training the actors so they can hold their breath for 5-10 minutes.
Wow, really? And that is the way of the water. Everybody at work asked me if I saw the new Avatar. I'm like, not really. It's not my thing. I'm just kind of glad there was like no weird shit attached to it. The fact that most of the Disney films was just the movies, but mostly off screen, was so bad to me. The Pixar ones are more like how Kingdom Hearts stories are supposed to be. Like, but it's still not as good as some of the older titles. It's nothing too special in the new Avatar.
That's what I thought.
It's Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not anticipating, like, the second coming of Jesus from it or whatever the fuck. But like the way people like treat and talk about Avatar. But like Kingdom Hearts hits different, like definitely. Like Disney is definitely not the same as it was, and it like I don't like big companies like that. The new Avatar is basically the first Avatar again, but with prettier graphics maybe. I guess. Like, it's definitely going to be a movie series now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, rather than just be, like, a standalone film or whatever the fuck, because that's every media now, I guess. It can't be, like, alright, you wanna know, once again, I gotta talk about Kingdom Hearts with this, right? You know what I don't like about, like, our modern media land?
They planned to be a movie series, but they couldn't film underwater.
Wait, really? Alright. But you wanna know my problem with like the modern like movie sort of scene is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing can't not be a series anymore, right?
Yeah.
And 2, unless you're an animated film, or like, unless you're an animated film, you cannot give a shit about your product. Like, you cannot care about like your world, your story, your lore. And if you try to, you gotta make fun of it every now and then. Like, oh, can you believe this is going on? There's gotta be like this weird, somewhat self-awareness. It's not funny.
Yeah.
Because that's what fucking happened with, it's the Marvel formula. Like, what you can't do, like, once again, why I bring up Kingdom Hearts is because, now that's a series that gave a shit about what it was telling. You know what I mean? Like, sure, sometimes it could be a lot of bullshit, but it's still like, there was still care in it and whatnot, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then the third game comes out and it's like, oh shit, now it's like, Cage went rough after Birth by Sleep. Dream Drop's ending was shit. I'm never playing Union Cross again to, like, for the life of me. Dream Drop was a good game, it just has a crappy ending. Where Sora gets treated like ass. But yeah, like, no, but like 3, like 3, as much as I have a good laugh about like Woody basically telling like young Xehanort like nobody loves you and shit like that, right? Yeah. Even I'm like, this is like the self-aware Marvel humor that I'm not into. I am a live-action movie try hard to be cartoon while trying to swear they are actually real-life cartoons. Don't need to try and be real life, so they get away with actually feeling more like real life, while live-action movies feel more like cartoons. This is just my opinion. It's not true for all movies, but it's how I feel.
I don't know.
You want to know?
I think, like, if anybody can, like, really pull it off of just being, like, this weird, like real-life cartoony sort of thing, I would say, like, anything, like, that Trauma has ever, like, put out and shit like that, where it's, like, where it's, like, you know, it's, like, it is, like, a very weird, like, fucking, you know, film and shit, where it's, like, all cartoony and whatnot, but they all play it off as if it's, like, the actual, like...
They play it off straight, which is great. Once again, I love Sergeant Kabuki Man for that reason, and it surprises me that people don't like that movie. Because it's not as, you know, gory and, like, fucking fucked up. And I think that, once again, I still think that with Sergeant Kabuki, that's strength.
Yeah.
Everything Everywhere All at Once was the best movie of last year. I gotta see that.
I know the kid from the Goonies was in it and shit.
You want to know
the contraptions and shit?
Basically what I'm saying is live action movies just feel fake because they are trying too hard to sell you that it's real. While since cartoons don't need to try as hard, it feels more real. Yeah, pretty much. The kid from Indiana Jones, yes. Short Round. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, no. You want to know? So wait. You want to know like one of my confirmed suspicions about something actually? Because none of the trailers for Star Wars Andor made me want to see it, right, at all. And you want to know how much? You want to know how much like they really do not give a shit about this being in Star Wars? A character says the word shit.
Oh shit.
That is a word that has never been uttered in a Star Wars film ever, or any of the other supplemental material.
This is kind of like how one of the Disney Star Wars was it Finn? Yeah, Finn. Says "Oh my God" or something, and there's like a rule George Lucas has to like never utter those kind of words because Star Wars, there is like no God, it's like the Force or whatever. Or something
it's only
like
the Force. Yeah.
Yeah. Or whatever they.
We do. I never even noticed that. It was was it in one of the recent ones or?
I think it was the first one that they released.
I didn't even notice that in that film then.
Yeah.
I guess it shows how jaded I was back then, and now I'm like, oh well, I know what's shit. But yeah, there's a character, he goes on his radio, or like he doesn't want to report something in, and when he has to, he's like, shit. And I'm like, once again, proving my point that this is not Star Wars. This is like some generic action, like, crap. Like, once again, if this was Star Wars, the character would be like, Fearfeck, Poodoo. Fucking, there's a ton of, like, there's like a ton of... What?
Barnacles.
Like, what was it? There's Fearfeck, Poodoo, like, there's a lot of Star Wars curses.
God fucking damn it.
The kid from India. But yeah, like, that's proof enough that, like, they don't say, you know, that's proof enough that they really don't give a shit about what they're actually making. And then somebody tried to be like, like I said, there's smug people that are trying to be like, this is the side of Star Wars that you don't get to see. Which, once again, let's take a look at the wall of novels and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
It's like, once again, why I don't really pay attention. And then there's channels like, oh no, this is not, I'm not saying this is Star Wars for adults because they say shit and like whatever, and I'm like, it's just good. And I'm like, no, it's not good, man. you're one of those types that's like, oh, people will watch Star Wars if it's good, if it's like quote unquote good, not like actually like giving a shit about the setting it's in and whatnot.
I would like Marek to go against Pretentious Friend because when you bring up anything worth criticism to Pretentious Friend, it usually just ends up as, well, I just like it because it's good. Nice. You really
want me-
defended your argument there,
You
my
want
dude.
me? You want me to? I'll fight Pretentious Friend. We could go.
No, I don't. He unfriended me on everything recently, so fuck it.
Oh wow!
Well. Oh well.
There you go.
Holy shit! The end of an era.
Yeah.
He comes crawling back. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry that happened, man. Didn't mean.
He already did that twice, and I just didn't answer him because I was like,
Oh.
I don't know. Remember, he came back. He was like, I don't know what I did to upset you, and it's like, maybe ignored all my, medical things during a raging pandemic to get me to visit you in a city that had the highest COVID rate in the state.
Yeah.
Maybe it was that. I don't know.
I'm gonna
Perhaps.
drink some more water actually, because I feel it in my brain.
Feel it in me bones.
Vulture culture. But yeah, no, like freaking. Like, I just really have to like go. I don't think you were there. I was in VC one night, and I was in there with Doug, Batch, and freaking Doug, Batch, and Insanity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot what set me off on it, because like we were talking about something, and then I'm like, I got this one point, and it's like, you got, like, I can talk to this with you guys, 'cause you guys know I'm not a fucking douchebag. And like I was able to just talk my mind about like the whole thing when it comes to Star Wars, where it's like, well, they're not doing this out of like, they're doing this out of like points of, which they're doing this out of like, like, oh, trying to get the most like points for being whatever, rather than. And then I gave them like examples of characters, like whatever, and they got, it felt good to actually be listened to and like, be understood rather than getting talked down to.
Yeah. No, I understand that because Pretentious Friend was one of the people where I like argue why Last of Us is a bad game, and he'd be like, well, you're just gonna be one of those bitches on the internet that complains about it for no reason. I'm like, I complain about it because there's a reason to. I'm not saying you can't like it, but I'm just saying
You're allowed to like what you like. I don't care about that.
the game is not great game breaking. This has been the only game to ever exist ever.
Like, I got problems if you got a problem with somebody liking something different than you. Then I'm gonna be like, alright.
Unless we're talking about the new Harry Potter game, then,
Or you call me a racist or something for like, oh, I don't feel like seeing Birds of Prey. It's not my cup of tea, or something like that. Then I'm gonna be like, alright, I feel like that barrel is supposed to be used for something, but you just keep throwing it away. I don't
It's
know.
supposed to be used for a secret.
At the end of the day, nothing is perfect. It's just a matter of if what the thing does just resonates with you. Yeah. It's like all right, like it's like what happened with like a bunch of stuff that I like. Oh, it lost its charm, or something changed. It's like I just don't watch it anymore. It's like I might talk about it with somebody if the thought comes to mind or whatever. But like, at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. I got a million other things to watch.
Yeah.
It just kind of sucks. Like another example of my favorite podcast ever, the Let Me Tell You About podcast, kind of died after one of the hosts left.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh wait, you watched that too, Vapor?
No, but you told me about it.
Oh yeah, oh right, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's how I introduced you into last podcast on the left.
Oh
It was
yeah,
like,
right,
"Here,
right.
you might like this, and then there you go.
Oh, it has filled that void. It's a great podcast. I don't get to listen to it often. Like some of their later things have not really caught my interest, but the recent thing, but it's kind of cool. Still cool to listen to. But yeah, like the guy left, and as a to fill the second mic, the person they got, it's not great. Like, he's not interesting. He's good for like an every now and then type of host, but like straight up as a fucking like as like the second mic host for like ever, no. Like it does suck, but it's like whatever, right? I'm glad that
Like,
the other host was able to move on and whatnot to something different.
Like, on the thing of like liking, or telling people they can't like a certain game or something like that. I think like a good example is probably like the fucking Harry Potter game that's coming out or whatever.
Oh,
you have all these people buying it because they're like,
You can't cancel me buying this purchase.
it's like, dude, that's fucking not what we're trying to do here.
you're just an no. At that point, you're just an asshole. Like,
Yeah, like I retweeted a thing where some girl was like talking about, don't shame other people for buying it, and then she took a screenshot of her pre-ordering it. And she's like, stay mad, cancel culture, and it's like, shut up. You don't see like what's, the whole shit of the situation. It's not just because it's a Harry Potter game. It's like we're on deeper levels than that, lady.
like, oh my god, why like, I understand like the popularity of Harry Potter, right?
Yeah.
But like, it's like, is this really like? Does it really matter? Like, the game looks okay, but I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't been a Harry Potter fan in like forever. The best I can hope for is if the game is good, maybe I'll play it. Because I wouldn't mind playing like a wizard type game if it's like open world RPG, like allowed to do like cool shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, if it's not good, then like, I'm sorry, but there's that whole shit. But like, I didn't even know there was like weird backlash over the fucking game. I know like J.K. Rowling's like a fucking bitch or whatever the hell. Oh,
Yeah.
damn it. I stopped being a Harry Potter fan when Book 5 came out. I bought it, never had time to read it. And funny enough, I also stopped watching the movies after the fourth one since it let me down the most. Was the fourth one the the fourth one was Goblet of Fire, right? Yeah, that's when I stopped like caring about the movies because hey Zerno. Yeah, that's when I stopped caring about the movies. I'm like, this shit fucking sucks. Like, straight up. Like, that whole ending segment where it's like, and then this happens, and then that happens, baby Voldemort! There's a guy who's possessed or whatever, and, oh my god, it's like... So you could say that I stopped being a Harry Potter fan after 4. Fucking, I do think that, whatchamacallit did drag on to a little bit near the end, Prisoner of Azkaban. Because they had to introduce fucking, what's his face? Peter Pettigrew.
Yeah.
And then like,
I was gonna say Peter Griffin.
he might as well be Peter Griffin. He's like
Hey
Peter
Lois,
Griffin.
remember that time I was in Harry Potter?
Hey Lois, remember that time I was a Death Eater? No, he'd probably fucking mistake the killing curse for abracadabra. Well, to be fair, that's what it was in the books too. But the IRL Wizard Tournament as a whole was just a massive miss of potential. All I remember from the movie was they had to like go underwater with gillweed, and the guy became a shark. TRI. Oh, the Triwizard shit.
Yeah.
But you try to be a better franchise. Got him.
Well, look, Harry Potter had the misfortune of being written by a hack. which is funny because once again, it was allegedly designed to be like read continuously or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it grows with the reader, so you get... It grows with the reader. So that means you can totally frickin', you know, get more into it. Like, gets more, like, I guess, adult and, like, violent or whatever the fuck, but it's like... No, I just want fun wizard adventures, dude.
This isn't... There came a certain point where when I was little where I like, you know, some Harry Potter stuff, but eventually my brother was like, "You ever seen Lord of the Rings?" No. Oh. Now this is cool.
The Lord of the Rings. I think I'm more... Yeah, I think I'd say I'm more of a Lord of the Rings fan than, like, Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, Lord of the Rings is, like, more epic and, like, adventurous. It's like the Flapjack. It's like Flapjack. Or Adventure
All
Time.
the Lord of the Rings games are actually pretty good.
Yeah, they're like Battle for Mordor. There was, like, this one that was, like, kind of built off of Star Wars Battlefront, which I played at Target.
Huh.
And I remember, like, you get the guy who, like, you can play as the guy who cut Sauron's fingers off or whatever the frick, right?
Yeah.
And, like, you have to, like, you run into Sauron, he's like, fucking killing people with his mace and shit, and I'm like, oh, this is so fucking cool.
I do remember playing the movie games on PS2 and shit when I was a kid. Those were really good.
Actually, once again, speaking of... This is just like a long time ago, I remember there was, like, this very fucking brain-dead thing, where, once again, everything I have seen on the Hogwarts game makes it look like it's going to be a fun game. It looks cool. I hope that it's cool. Like, I don't want something to suck because I don't like, you know, I don't like the source material or whatever. I want it to be good. It's like it's like a hit or miss if I like. It's a hit or miss for me if like the that fucking. I almost called it a goat. Have a good look, Rubescent. Actually, no. You know what was an underrated, like, movie-based game on the PS2?
What?
Jaws Unleashed.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
The one that Maneater's based on. You, like, freaking... Like, dude, I don't know. Like, when you play as a force of nature, like a hungry man-eating shark, like... Oh my god, you just lose yourself to the chaos. Because, like, all you do is just go around and, like, violently, like, destroy everyone. Like, jump out of, like, the water onto beaches. Like... Oh my god, that shit's fucking crazy.
Oh,
But yeah, like, it took about, like, a brain-dead take about, the Lord of the Rings. I remember, like, years ago when I used to watch, like, the Nostalgia Critic and, like, Doug Walker and everything like that, right? He did, like, old versus new, which is better, Lord of the Ring, like, the Peter Jackson trilogy or the original Lord of the Rings movies? The animated
Oh,
ones?
like that.
One.
Yeah, the animated one.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, in the original, it's like Sauron could be a man, like evil and dark stuff can corrupt a normal person. And in the new one, he's like Sauron. I'm like, dude, shut up. This one looks awesome. Like, even as a kid, I'm like, Doug, shut up. You don't know shit about, like, just making something cool. Look at Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't know. I just love this weird world we're a part of sometimes. Other times I question, like, how we've gotten so far, but, like, you know what? Sometimes I'm like, you know, we're having a good run.
We vibing.
We living, bro. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with it, baby. Oh, god, this level's a pain in my neck. Ah, shit.
Is that a pun?
Hmm?
So was that a pun?
A pun on what?
The vultures in Donkey Kong Country are called neckies.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, either it's the regular or the boss is called Necky or something. I can't remember. One of them's called Necky.
I don't even know. I didn't even know the boss set names. I just called it like the giant vulture, the giant beaver, the barrel, and like
The little crocodiles are called claptraps because
Oh yeah. Wait, no, they're
Because
called clap. I thought they were called not nippers. No.
no, they are later because they found out that they were only called claptraps because it was an in-studio joke that they had the clap as rare as with their sexual humor.
Oh.
That's the only reason they named them claptraps.
Not claptrap. No, what the hell? They had like a muncher.
Oh no, nippers are the
Mario.
little plants.
Touch
the
fuzzy,
mini-
get dizzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mario World. Yeah.
What about that nice boy Mario? This one right here.
Mario?
That Sonic fella. What about that? He should be more like that nice boy Mario. Whatever the fuck that bitch in that commercial says.
Little brat.
Oh my god. Dude, I was reading the Sonic comics earlier today, right? I picked up like the latest issues. Fucking Sonic is in a truce now. Well, he got into a truce with Eggman again, right? And my favorite, he gave this speech to Surge because like they had their big climatic fight, and he's even like, look, some of my best friends tried to like freaking beat me up too. Like today's knuckle sandwich is turned into tomorrow's fist bumps. And I'm like, that is fucking that is totally Sonic right there.
That's deep.
Yesterday's knuckle sandwich is turned into yesterday's knuckle sandwich is turned into tomorrow's fist bumps. And I'm like, yeah, that is the Sonic lifestyle right there.
You could honestly say that's just World War II in one sentence.
Wait, what?
Think about it.
I'm actually trying to think of like the deeper implications.
The world beating up Germany and then all the entire world be like, oh no, you cool, except for like, the Allies obviously, but maybe I'm thinking too deeply here.
Yeah.
Ah! You saw that, right?
Oh, that was fucking cool.
Oh, pro
No, I
gamer
fell
move.
right in the frickin' pit. That hurt me internally.
Pro gamer move.
I made it to level 24 in Mouse Quest.
I made it to level 35742 in Mouse Quest.
I want my Shrimpina back.
So
But yeah, no, that Sonic comic is straight up like some of the best Sonic material we've got. Before Forces came. Before Frontiers, I meant to say. Slip of the tongue.
Is the new Sonic cartoon any good?
It's good. It's fun for what it is.
Okay, I've heard like people being like, yeah, it's fun, it's good.
Like alright, like, do you want like a story again, or like, are you just looking
I
for?
don't care about Sonic, dude. I was just asking if it was good or not.
Well, it's just like a bunch, not even like a bunch of what ifs, but it's like alternate. Like, alright, so Sonic breaks this like crystal, and then he's like traveling through a bunch of like alternate universes and whatnot. Like, the fact that Big gets mentioned by name and is, like, featured as a character and is one of Sonic's friends and he gets a hug and everything like that, I'm like, yes. This is one of the best shows for, like, Sonic fans ever. But, like, it's basically...
Well, Big got mentioned by... You mean, like, acknowledged by the other characters and shit?
Yeah, like, he should, like, you wonder how they introduce him? He's in Frontiers, I know that. Like,
not Frontiers. Well, yeah, he is in Frontiers. But there's a game before Frontiers where characters would talk between each other, and there's one where they're like talking to Big. Sonic Racing shit. The last Sonic Racing game.
Oh,
Oh,
Racing
so they're, like,
Transformed.
all stuff.
Yeah.
They have the Team Fortress 2 characters in the Steam version, and they do
Yeah.
not sound like themselves. It's so freaking awkward.
It's the yeah, because there's like a part in the campaign where Amy's trying to figure out like the raccoon villain or whatever, and Big the cat is like is getting confused because she's talking to him, and he's like, "I'm so confused." And she goes, "Yes, Big, I know. We all know."
like you know what happens at the start of the Sonic cartoon, the new one? Like they're going to fight Eggman, and then Big walks on screen, right?
Yeah.
And like Sonic like runs into him, right? And he's like, "Oh, sorry, Big," and everything like that, right? And he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's okay, Sonic. You go on with your day." And then when he travels to like the first universe, right after the crystal breaks, it's like this dystopian world where like Eggman like rules over it and shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, right? And he runs into Big again. And he's like, "Oh my God, Big! I'm so glad to see you!" And he like hugs him, and Big's looking at him like, he's having the most like this giant internal panic attack.
Yeah.
And because Sonic showed emotion, he gets sorted out by like the Imperial probe droids or whatever, and then he's on the run, and that's the last we see of Big for like a little bit. I think he was in like the other universes, but I don't remember exactly. Like this
He's
is
still
like,
voiced by Duke Nukem.
No.
unfortunately no. Once again, I feel bad because like it's not a bad voice for him. I don't understand why he hates it so much. It's like a bunch of douchebags that hate on Big the Cat for some reason. I
think it's just like, you know, it's just like, I did this as a group. I didn't know that you guys actually thought it was like actually fucking good and whatnot, you know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah.
it's more like, you know, it's
didn't
like,
think it was
I
gonna
could've
be
done like a lot better, but you guys kind of chose this and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they use that as the good take, not like the best take.
Yeah.
Cause you know what the thing is too is that like I love Big a lot to the point where I bought like an action figure of him. Like when I saw it at the store, I'm like, you guys saw it, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I bought him in Chaos. Once again, I wish he had his fishing pole, but they didn't give him it for some reason. Actually, it does kind of like transition to what I wanted to talk about like a little bit too. Talk about like toys and action figures, right? So I bought. All right, I've been having like some bad mishaps with like super glue lately, right? Not like accidentally gluing my fingers together or whatever, right? But like I've just needed it a little often lately for like random shit. Like apparently like something you didn't see, but that metal Garurumon, right? When I was taking it off of like the sprues that it comes with, because it was like a little model thing.
Oh.
The ear snapped and I had to glue it back on. And then when I'm like, okay, I got like a bad thing of super glue and I got a good thing of super glue, I'll just take out the good thing of super glue and we'll fix this easy, right? No.
Yeah.
The pin got stuck in it. Like the plastic cap came off, but the pin that like keeps the thing shut got stuck. So
Yeah.
late into the night, I had to get up off of my bed where I was building this thing. I'm like, to go out, and then I had to look up online how to get the pin out, because I'm like, I'm not gonna like not buy new super glue because of this shit. And I go, and apparently just use like wire thin pliers, and I did that, and I fixed the ear quick.
Yeah.
So that was not too bad, but so cut to today, right?
What
I
happened?
bought a Star Wars like Mandalorian Dark Trooper figure, right?
Yeah.
With the express intent of getting a like blaster cannon online that I would presume that you'd be able to buy like a replacement for like a Republic Trooper figure, is what it's called, right?
Yeah.
But no, you can't. Like nobody's selling like pieces like that, even though a vintage collection piece from like 2008. 2010-ish would be a good thing to like sell replacement parts for. Instead, I had to buy a 3D printed like Gatling blaster thing, right? And I said like, you know what, this'll work. But then I also had to buy that, but I had to buy like 2 shield pieces, right? That you can also plug into the like you use it as like a replacement for the blaster cannon if you want to have like a rotary blaster, basically, right? So I said like, you know what? I'm gonna use this on this Dark Trooper, right? And I'm gonna have it be a Phase 2 Dark Trooper from the Legends continuity of Star Wars, right? It fits perfectly for the most part. So, cut to today, I get it, right? Guess what happens as soon as I try to put it in his hands?
It snaps.
The handle snapped right off!
Ooh, nice.
And immediately I go after that, I'm like, you know what, I was probably going to put these shields on my soldier, but not now, because I do not feel like plugging the holes with, like, shitty fucking plastic that'll snap in an instant.
Oh, yeah.
So then, alright, I said, like, okay, fine, I'll fix it, right? I glue it on or whatever, right? And it was a pain in the ass to try to glue back on, because it wouldn't stick. I had to, like, do that, I'd use more glue. I almost glued my fingers together, because this thing was, like, a pain in the ass, right? And then I get it back on and set it to dry. I come back from eating dinner and after going for a walk, and I go to pick it up and and I'm like, okay, cool, I fixed it, now it's time to put this on the figure, right? That's when I took a quick look at it. I glued the handle upside down.
Ooh,
So,
I hate when that happens.
so no, the funny part, once again, it's a Gatling gun. The handle was on the bottom now. What the fuck? The handle was on the bottom, and the thing, because it was like facing the other way. I'm like, you know what? Okay, maybe I could get this to work. This will be fine, right? And then I go to try to put it in his hands again. It snapped again. So I had to hastily glue it back together before the stream, and I'm now looking at it drying in the corner. There's glue everywhere, by the way. It's not a lot. It's not a lot, but it's everywhere. At least fucking super glue dries hard.
Yeah.
Oh my god, if it dried sticky, it'd be so fucking screwed.
I know.
Ay. So lesson learned is lesson learned from that is like super glue is a useful tool for like action figure upkeep, but goddamn is it a pain in the neck to use sometimes. Also I am almost ready to display my Cantina band.
Oh, shit.
Because I also ordered a replacement piece for like one of their instruments because it did not come with the figures. I should say I got these for Christmas, so I was just like, you know what, I'll complete them by getting the piece. I get it, and it's made out of like it's made out of a similar material, not to the actual like Star Wars figure like equipment, where it's soft plastic, but not like it's soft plastic, but it's like, you know, it's not it's durable. So I'm like, you know what, this will actually work. It's not gonna be bad. I just love dealing with this though. It's a fun time, man. I tell you that much. And tomorrow it's finally back to D&D, so we gotta do another vote. Yay!
Yay. Might as well get that vote started and shit.
I'm definitely gonna, next game over, I'm gonna bring the stream to a close because I'm getting.
Yeah.
So I gotta redo this whole part. These guys right here. Hey Pocky, Danky Kang.
Hello. Yeah, Danky Kang. You wanna play some Donkey Chonga?
Hey, my dad paid a lot of money for those cards. Everything I've seen out of Hogwarts. Oh wait, this Zerna already said that.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me drink some Wawa. I need my water.
the tricks, Terry.
Yeah, don't be a bitch.
I found a thing you missed, Marek.
What? What did I miss? I already drank. You know that's only a suggestion. It's only a suggestion, not a requirement. Do 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 do. I suggest you take copious amounts of water. I've done that in the past and it ended not so nice. Oh god, no, seriously, don't OD on water. Like, when I was like really young, right?
Yeah.
I got like a bad stomach ache from I think medicine or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And oh god. So you know what I found out like solved the problem?
What?
Yo, you can OD on water. You can get water poisoning and it's not fun. Like,
Yeah.
you like plus water, if you drink like way too much of it, it can actually cause you to gain more weight or something like that.
Your cells over something.
You're basically drowning yourself with drinking water, and it's pretty fucking insane. But but you know, when I was like younger, I had like a really really bad like fucking stomach ache, right? And I think this was from my memory. It was from medicine, so it wasn't like it wasn't a medical like issue. Like I didn't have like stomach cancer or anything. I just had to take like this medicine that I should have taken with food, but I didn't. It was just like a daily thing or whatever. And I got like this really bad stomach ache, and I'm like, and I found out water stopped it. Because if you have something in your stomach, apparently that stops like the pain. So, but if I stopped drinking water, it hurt like hell. So all I did was keep drinking water and water and water when I felt the pain, until it stopped. And you want to know what happened after that?
What happened?
This is embarrassing, but I'll admit it. I could not stop pissing.
Yeah,
that happens.
Like, no, like, I'm talking every 5 seconds, like. And it got so bad that, like, I couldn't make it to the bathroom anymore to go.
Yeah.
And,
Stay in the bathroom.
No. I was stupid.
I
forgot how young I was. I stayed in the bed.
Oh.
The bed was soaked, dude. Like, I think we had to throw out that mattress. It was not fun. It was not fucking fun. What do we learn tonight, boys?
Don't piss yourself.
Yeah, don't piss yourself.
Or you'll wreck yourself.
Yeah. And, banana slamma.
Yeah.
Banana slamma.
Pissa.
I think I learned a lot about, not myself, but like, you know what? This is actually bringing me some pretty damn fun joy and whatnot.
Fun joy was had by all I'm pooped.
Yeah, pretty much. I gotta upload this video, and I gotta upload the VOD, and then I gotta go get ready for bed.
Okie doke. I
Maybe
gotta
I'll
hit
place
the
it-
stream because I realized it's almost 8:30 and I should have been hitting the stream 30 minutes ago, but I was eating food. So.
You were eating food. Oh, what happened to starting earlier?
I fucking didn't want to do it.
You just stopped.
That happens.
2 streams of 6 p.m. my time. I was just like, no, we're not doing that shit. Like the second stream, I like woke up at like 5:30 and was like, no, we're doing 8 o'clock. I'm not doing this shit.
You do that. It's like, well, so much for that.
Yep.
Is that a fucking lightsaber cube? Like, yes, you didn't notice that before, Pocky? It's a long story. I don't want to explain it right now, because, no.
Lore.
It's a long story. I don't want to explain it right now, but maybe another time if I'm asked. But
Maybe another day.
But yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for joining us tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed. And remember, as always, be yourselves. Remember, Mecca like a high, Mecca hidey ho. Mo, make a chai, make a mo, make a way. Pickle barrel kumquat chimichurri chunga. That's a secret word of the day. Alright, guys, catch you all later. Merrick out. See you guys.
Good night, everybody.
Good nuts.